All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Clashing Conferences podcast. Glad to be here with some of our members today, repping their teams, doing what they do. Today we got with us Benny the Jet. Do you actually go by Benny the Jet, Ben? I see that in the chat names.
Yeah, some people call me that.
Okay, I like Benny the Jet.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
right.
We got Ben here repping the Celtics. Yep. We got Mike here repping his Hornets. Hashtag go nipples.
Let's go.
And we got Mr. John Stanley with us representing his Sixers today. What's up, John?
10-9-8 76ers.
I haven't heard that in a long time.
Yeah, and just everybody that's watching or listening, thanks for joining us. If what we're doing looks like something you'd enjoy being a part of, check out our website and become a member. With that being said, let's get right into it. Mike, how you feeling about the current standings with the internal competition?
Oh, good, man. Hornets crushed it this week. We got 2 points for most threes made, 25 3-pointers in a single game. That's a big number for any NBA team to put up. And it's fitting for us right now because we have in all of the NBA since January 1st, all of 2026, the top 3 guys in 3-pointers made in all of the NBA, they're all Hornets. Con Knipples first. And I don't know if it's for second or third, but it's Brandon Miller and LaMelo Ball are the top 3 3-point scorers in all of the NBA so far this calendar year. So after 2 months, that's a pretty big sample size. I'm feeling good about that. And what else did we get? I think we had 8 blocks in a game, and we tied somebody for most blocks in a game last week. So as far as the internal competition goes, I'm feeling pretty darn good right now. Paul keeps losing points because he can't stop cursing and saying things he shouldn't be saying. So, I'm moving up every week, even if I don't score points.
I think it's funny. Earlier in the chat, he said, what did I do to get minus points? And I was like, I already know what you did. And I was like, you know what I mean? I already know what you did.
It's hard. It was hard to answer him because he's in both recordings now back to back almost every week, and he's the number one censored person. It's I can't keep straight what he did that episode that it actually was. I don't know, you just did the things you do, buddy.
Yeah. It was -1.
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
It. That's all you need to know.
Yeah. Well, Mike, the only other category you left off was rebounds by a single player, and that actually went to the Celtics with 17. So
yeah,
Ben,
let's
that
go.
all got
That's
you
right.
and Patty a point.
Was that was it? How do you pronounce that guy? That was it Quitas or
Keita, the Portuguese prince?
Really?
I like to call him.
Okay, all right.
The first player born and to play from Portugal in the NBA, and I am also 50% Portuguese, so he is my brethren.
Okay,
that's
brother
cool.
From another mother.
All right,
that's awesome. Well, with that puts our scoreboard right now with Mike at 2, Christy at 2. Team Boston 1, Team Philly 1, Paul 0. And I do want to quickly reiterate that Philly and the Heat did not get stats accounted for this week because there was no reps here last week. And we kind of decided on the fly as a group, if nobody's here to rep the team that week, your team doesn't get a chance to compete for the competition points. So I didn't even take the time to score them, and I didn't want to waste the time.
Fair enough.
They didn't score anyway. I scored it as well.
Okay. All right. Cool. Mike, is this the first time you've ever been at the top of a leaderboard?
I don't believe so, because I remember there was some controversial things where I feel like I should have won things. So I feel like I had to be at the top or towards the top at some point over the years.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll see what happens. I'll have to make sure you don't win this one for sure.
I remember I've never won. You keep robbing me.
Well, hey, let's get right. Yeah.
The Hornets are the best team in the NBA since the new year. I would believe so. Record-wise.
No. They are in the top. I actually looked this up today. They are in the top top 4, top 3. They're behind Detroit. They're behind Boston by a game or a half a game since January 1st. And they're right there kind of tied with San Antonio and Cleveland. But yeah, that's pretty good company to be in.
That's right.
So I'm very proud of what we've been doing these past 2 months, without a doubt.
You got something to be
pointing
happy
that
for.
out, Ben.
Yeah, I noticed it the other day.
Right up there with you.
Yeah, I thought about it the other day. As soon as I saw it, I'm like, damn, okay, Charlotte, let's go.
That's why, like, Christy's like, we're pulling away from you. And I'm like, how? I'm like, we didn't even lose a game this week. And she's like, we're pulling away from you. I'm like, what do you mean?
Playing some good ball.
So, I mean, let's just keep it on you for a second, Mike. Are you just all around still excited? I mean, it sounds like everybody's clicking and.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like we were just talking about what we've been doing since the beginning of the year. The first, in 2025, we were 11-22. We were 11 games under 500. And now, like, I'm super excited. Like, it was shaping up to be like another, like, hope for the best draft pick in the way the ping pong balls bounce here. But I'm definitely full playoff mode right now. Like, we're only in the 10th spot. But that's because we had dug ourselves so much of a hole. Like, if we can keep playing anywhere close to the way we've been playing, and a lot of that's because we've had different guys out for different reasons for big chunks. You know, be it because we can't stop fighting and we're getting suspended, or guys who've been sick, or Melo's ankles are always broke. But, like, I saw a stat a couple of days ago, and this is a couple of days ago. We've won 4 straight since then with this starting lineup. We were 17-2 with our best 5 starting on the court. And that's those 3 3-point guys. That's Melo, Brandon Miller, and Con Knipple. And then as our 2 big guys, we're running out there with Miles Bridges and Musa Diabate, who's been a very serviceable center. He's nothing to, jump up and down about, but he's been plenty good enough, getting rebounds, playing good defense, and doing what we need him to do, because we got plenty of scoring around with that team. But those guys are like 20 or 21-2 now as a starting 5. That's pretty darn good. We just got to keep them 5 out there.
You also forgot to mention he fought the Pistons all by himself, Diabate.
He tried to. He definitely tried to. I mean, you can't say he did it by himself, because Miles Bridges came out there like squaring up. I mean, Miles Bridges got punched in the face too by who was the guy on the Pistons?
Isaiah Stewart.
Yeah, Isaiah Stewart gave it to him once or twice in that little scrum they got in.
Well, I think
Bridges
Isaiah
came
Stewart,
out. He was squared up, ready to go.
I think Isaiah Stewart was on the bench and he came onto the court to fight. But I think Jalen Duren was the guy that Diabate was fighting first.
Yes, absolutely right.
But you can assume Isaiah Stewart is involved in any NBA fight when you hear there was a fight in the NBA, even if he's not playing in the game.
I would take him on my team any day. He reminds me of like those old guys in the 80s, like Rick Mahorn, and trying to think of who else was in that area. Who was the guy on the Knicks? It was like their enforcer, Oakley. Like, there was some enforcer guys back in the day, and that's Isaiah Stewart's style.
I was watching something. Have you seen that there's an ABA documentary on Amazon Prime? Have you guys seen any of that?
Not yet.
Nah,
it's like I forget. It's like a series, but they were talking about how they were trying to be different from the NBA, and players, if there was a fight breaking out, like, it was a lot more physical. But they were saying if there was a fight that broke out and you didn't leave the bench to go fight, you got fined by the team. They actually fined you for not getting off the bench to go fight.
Amen.
I was like, that's awesome. That is awesome.
I'm not standing, but standing ovation to whoever came up with that rule. Like,
they were just trying to. They were just saying about how they were just trying to find different rules, like the 3-point line, being able to dunk, and one of the things was they wanted to be physical, and they were like, basketball is getting more physical. It needs to be a physical sport. So they were like allowing people to fight, like people getting laid out. It was crazy.
It sounds like they were doing more than allowing it. They were enforcing it.
Well, they were encouraging it. They basically encouraged it. Like, they were talking about Rick Barry got his knee tore up because some guy literally just went after him on purpose and just like, all right, I'm taking out your knee, and busted his knee up, took him out for the year. I was like, damn.
So was
wild.
this the basketball version of XFL?
Basically the ABA. You know what I mean? It was just high flying, fast paced, like no
I think
holds barred. Basically,
all these team sports should start to allow that. Why does hockey get away with it? And
let them fight.
Yeah, you can go sit down for 5 minutes. Get out whatever you need to get out.
Think about what you did and get back out there.
Hockey players are built different.
They sure are. They sure are.
You got people in basketball that want LeBron to be your GOAT, and like every time he touches like little finger, like he's flopping on the floor, like he got shot.
Don't start.
He's gonna go out there and fight? Come on, man. Hey, none of them are here, Steve. It's safe. It's a safe place.
I don't know about certain Celtics fans on this podcast, specifically this NBA podcast, but LeBron James will never be my GOAT. He could literally save the world. He could cure cancer. I'll say it. He's never going to be my GOAT, no matter what.
Well, hey, let's spin this over to John. We haven't heard from John in a while, and there was no Sixers rep last week. So, what's going on with your team?
A lot of the same old.
I was just thinking
a lot of the same old. Embiid hurt. Can't rebound. You know what I mean? Nobody's consistent. I mean, I haven't seen. I watched the last game against the Celtics when what's his face, the big guy. I mean, we couldn't get a rebound to save our ass. Like nobody was rebounding. It was just terrible defense. And like Embiid's out. They don't. I mean, it has to be Maxey or Edgecombe because nobody else does anything. And it's just, it's hard to watch at times. Like watching that Boston game the other day, I was just sitting there, just watching that guy come down, whatever his name, Omega, whatever his name is, just watching him just go down there and just dominate Drummond and just get offensive rebound after offensive rebound. It was just like, we have Bona came in I think in the second quarter, was playing hard, getting offensive rebounds, had 5 points in like a minute. And then that was all he did for the rest of the game. And it was like, if you're not going to get any help other than Drummond out there, then you have a snowball chance in hell of even competing with the Boston Celtics.
Well, Drummond needs to get off the 3-point line, even though he made a couple of them.
Yeah.
No
that's
way.
Another thing.
I didn't see
did.
that.
Oh, he made
corner
a couple.
threes.
He made a couple.
Yeah, he's a corner three
Acting like
specialist.
Manute Bol out there.
Yeah.
Basically. And I think he made his free throws too, from what I remember. He made at least one, I remember.
And that's just another thing I saw, like from Boston. Like every time somebody put up lost it.
Oh,
You all right, bud?
rookie podcaster. We have a safe environment.
We're here. Technical difficulties.
I'm gonna have fun with that one.
My stand just fell off the nightstand. But yeah, I mean, just every time there was a shot up for Boston, they're crashing the boards. There's 2-3 guys underneath there, and then Maxey will come down and throw up a fadeaway 3-pointer, and there's Drummond in the corner at the 3-point line. It's like, that's not your job, dude. Get down low, get a board, like do something. But so is such as the Sixers the past 10 years. You know what I mean? That's been the story. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. If Embiid gets healthy, they look good when he's on the floor. They play well. But he just hurt his oblique last week. Another injury. It was his. It's something different every week with him, and it just sucks because he is such a generational talent. But if you can't stay healthy, they always say the best ability is availability, and he doesn't have very much of it.
Yeah, all things considered, I thought the Sixers looked okay. Maxey was balling. I'm like, he's making all his threes. Edgecombe, this is the first time I really got to see him play, but he was making plays, and he dove into the stands, kicked a fan in the face.
Get kicked out woman in the head.
Yeah.
Oh, she took it like a champ.
Yeah,
too.
she did.
She was
She
like,
had a
I'm
big mark,
fine.
too.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
She didn't want no treatment. She was like, I'm good.
What
She got
happened?
interviewed by a whole bunch of people. She was famous.
She probably got a signed shoe or something like that too, or a jersey.
What
I
happened?
saw
I don't know what you're
something
talking
today.
about.
He was FaceTiming her after
Yeah,
I don't know if it was
I
after
knew
the
it.
game or today, but he was FaceTiming her,
And
talking
rightfully
to
so.
her.
That's
So
cool.
I'm
That's
sure
cool. Yeah.
something was offered.
Yeah,
He jumped.
that's awesome.
He basically jumped into the stands, Steve, and he jumped like over some fans, and his foot caught this lady like right on the side of the head pretty hard. And
Yeah,
she
she
was
got a
like,
big old red
marked up, like
Nah.
looked like she had been stepped on. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Was he like celebrating, or like was he just in motion and couldn't stop?
No,
he
he was
was
diving for the
chasing a
ball.
ball. There
Okay,
was a ball
okay.
going out of
Yeah,
bounds, and he was
okay.
just running after it, doing his best to save it, and out of control. And he did his best to avoid the fans. He really did.
Yeah.
Like he jumped so high and like cleared the first row by a good bit, but like his foot just barely caught the edge of her head.
Those seats sounded like a good idea.
Yeah.
The craziest part was he landed in a Sixers fan's lap. And all of the garden, like the TV cast was making fun of it. They were like, "Oh my God, how did he like find the one friendly like person to jump into in the stands?"
Yeah.
Best Rodman impersonation going out there.
Hey, the Sixers need players like that.
Oh, they definitely do. Have a little heart.
Every team needs players like that.
Yeah.
The Sixers especially, their two best players aside from Maxey are just well, at this point they're not cut out for it, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Well,
old Grimes isn't helping us too much there.
Selfishly, I need them to stay, pretty mediocre, not because I care about them as a team, but my son likes to go to their stadium to watch the Bulls, and I need their ticket prices to be low. So if you could just stay mediocre, that helps me with cost. The Bulls are never good, so
they're both kind of in the same range, so you got nothing to worry about.
Yeah. So Ben, what's going on with your team? I will say, when I was scoring for the competition, I felt like the 3-point category was lower than I was expecting it to be. Or am I just so used to Boston just being a 3-team?
Yeah, they if it was last week, they played Denver. That was the last game on their West Coast trip out of the All-Star break. But they cleaned up through the most of it. They beat the Lakers, they beat the Clippers, they beat the Warriors, they beat the Suns, no problem. But then I think they were just like worn out by that point, and Denver was fully healthy, and they just couldn't make a shot in the second half. So that game was probably a big contributor to the internal competition as far as missed threes. But I'm feeling
the W
good.
is the most important category, so you're getting those. That's what matters.
Yeah, much better than the baseball pod. Yeah, as a Celtics fan, we're feeling pretty good. We're now probably days away from Jason Tatum just like getting thrown in there. But I've been very surprised at the success that they've had this year. They've really like exemplified team basketball. I mean, Jaylen Brown is clearly the MVP candidate, but everyone's really contributed. Like Pritchard was 6-man last year, but he stepped up. He started for a while, but now he's coming off the bench. They just got Vucevic from the Bulls, your Bulls, and he's been balling out for us, getting double-doubles, grabbing every rebound every night. He's still Swiss cheese on defense, but I've always just loved Vucevic because he's just the man. He actually kind of looks like one of my cousins too. Yeah. But we're feeling good. Injury, hopefully, fingers crossed, we don't have too many major injuries, but we're going to work Tatum in. This is lining up with what I said last year after he tore his Achilles. This is going to be right around the time, right around his birthday, which is today. Happy birthday, Jason. Hope you're feeling good. Hope you're having a nice steak right now.
Happy birthday, Jason.
That's right. But yeah, we're feeling good. I mean, the Pistons obviously are ahead of us. I think we're a little too far behind to get the 1 seed unless they go on like a 5-game losing streak. But I mean, in a series with them, I still like the Celtics. I think I like the Celtics to come out of the East, not trying to be a homer, but you add Jason Tatum to already one of the better teams this year, and it's going to be like 20 minutes of Jason Tatum too. Like, how can you not love that?
Yeah, you're not being a homer at all. I agree with you. They're going to be very, very tough to stop.
Yeah, they got the bigs. Like I said, Vucevic, that's what they needed. They needed a little more size. Like, Keita is great, and he's, I think, in the running for most improved player. I don't know. I can't think of anyone else off the top of my head. I'm not going to say he's going to win it. I'm just saying he's in the conversation for most improved. But once they got Vucevic, I think that really catapulted them, and they should be the favorite, especially when Tatum gets back. So we're feeling good.
That's awesome. Does anybody have any opinions on the teams that didn't show up today? Got Portland, Miami.
F Miami.
Yeah.
Miami.
Talking too much trash.
While we're at it, F Portland too. I have nothing against them, but F them.
F ball.
Yeah. Bring back Chauncey Billups. What's the latest with Chauncey Billups? Is he going to jail yet?
Yeah, I read something today that it's really not looking good, man. He could go to jail for decades, they're talking about. Like, he was totally there's so much evidence, like, he was not just, like, being used by this crime family, like, he knew, like, everything that was going on at these poker games, like, they were talking about, like, they had hand signals, and Chauncey knew what the hand signals were, and there's all these text messages that talk about it, and, like, oh my god, he's gone down, man.
Oh, it's such a shame.
I was wondering what came of that. I haven't heard
Oh, it's
anything
gonna
about
be
all that.
months or years
that's what I
before
mean.
anything really comes out of it.
Yeah.
But a lot of those guys are gonna go to jail for a very long time. There's a lot of evidence.
I still can't really like wrap my head around it. Like, you hear about like players gambling, right? We've had like the Shohei allegations. We've obviously had Jonte Porter, Terry Rozier, but the fact that a coach is doing it, obviously former player, right? We all know Chauncey Billups as a Detroit Piston. He was first a Celtic, but then Rick Pitino traded him. But like, a coach getting involved with this, this coach is supposed to be like this fatherly figure, this someone you look up to, and then now he's getting involved in all of this. And who knows who else is really involved? I remember when these reports first came out, I heard Kevin Garnett mentioned, and I wanted to just like go cry in the corner. Like, I bet. I do not want that to be true whatsoever. And I'm keeping my fingers crossed that it is not true. But as far as I know, it's just Chauncey Billups. But I guess we'll see. But poor Chauncey. I always loved watching him. I loved watching that 04 Pistons team take down the Lakers. Like, that was an awesome team to watch.
Well, KG is kind of hood. Like, out of all the names, that's the one that's like, probably.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, probably.
Yeah. Not to assume negative intent, but he definitely comes off like that for sure.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
He's
we'll
hilarious.
See. Yeah. Oh, I love listening to him on Instagram with Paul Pierce. He's so funny. But hopefully
did they say how far back this like stems to? Like, what year by chance? Do they know, or is it like a long time, or is it like the last 2 years or something? Or
well, the one thing that I remember now that I think about it is Chauncey Billups was drafted by the Celtics, but Rick Pitino drafted him. Terry Rozier went to Louisville, played under Rick Pitino, and he's been going through all of this. So I'm wondering if behind closed doors, Rick Pitino's getting a lot of heat. I don't know if he's walking through that door, but he's definitely getting some heat.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah. So I guess we'll see. I really hope this all like comes to life, but I also don't, because I feel like someone like a Kevin Garnett or someone that is universally loved or one of our favorite players is just going to go down, and it's just going to be...
Nobody wants that.
Yeah, it's like Epstein's List. You don't want every name released from Epstein's List, or else you're never going to watch another movie ever again. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It's brutal. Absolutely brutal. Mike, what did that article say? Like, was it just kind of updating like the situation, or?
Oh, it talked about like his ties to a lot of these different people that like were really behind it, and how he's been publicly tied to a lot of these people for, a decade or 2 decades, some of them. Like a lot of the one guy who he gave an inside tip to, placed $100,000 bet on a game that Chauncey had told him some type of inside information on. I don't remember the exact details, but this guy's not going to play, some type of non-public information that wasn't available yet. And the guy won a bunch of money on that. And then they talked about in the poker games, like initially it was believed that he was just considered what they were calling a face card in this poker operation. And the face card's job was just to be just a celebrity. So rich people would want to come play with these celebrities, and that's how they were drawing them in with the face cards. And it was believed that that was his only role, was just to go there. They would front him the money to play with, and that he would play. It didn't matter if he won or lost. All his job was to do was to be there and be famous. Well, now it's coming out that no, he maybe had earpieces, or maybe like he knew what to do in certain situations because like he knew what the hand signals were and he was much more involved than just showing up and being this public figure.
Yeah,
Where were these games being hosted?
Yeah.
Where are the games being hosted at?
All over the country.
Like, are these in like casinos or like private?
No, these are
owned?
private games that are run and backed by some crime mafia family.
Soprano style in a hotel room.
Yeah. They had like x-ray poker tables that had like x-ray machines underneath where like they could see the cards and like relay to their players at the table who were in on it, you know, what they needed to do in every situation so that they wouldn't, you know, win or lose. And like they would lose hands sometimes intentionally to like make it like not appear like they won all the time. Like it was set up very, very well. And they were playing for very high stakes and taking in millions of dollars through this operation.
Damn it, Chauncey.
Yeah, that's all that I can really say, Steve. You're so right.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell?
Damn
dude?
it.
Like, what are you? This guy had like nothing like bad about him in the media over his career. He was like,
seriously,
like this like picture perfect guy, and then now like this comes out like, oh man, it just as a basketball fan, you just like, oh man, like that sucks.
Very true.
Yeah. I mean, think about this from like the Portland perspective. Like, what went into the background check? You're telling me like this wasn't like whispered in like NBA front offices or like this wasn't talked about enough?
Especially some of the things reading in the article, like some of his friends are some shady characters. And like I said, he had been publicly tied to these people already for many years. If you dig deep enough and look back far enough, that like, yeah, I'm surprised more questions weren't asked before this.
Yeah. Like, I don't even remember where he was an assistant.
Sounds like the link to this article is going to be hitting our Discord.
Let's see.
Seriously. Yeah. For real.
Well, hey, let's take a break. Before we do, I want to give a quick shout out to our sponsors, Sparrow Hair Studios in Lancaster, PA. Thank you for sponsoring us. Members of our group get a discount for going there. Lotwin, get a custom 3D hype chain. You can get pretty much anything you want made. You send the guy a design, he can figure it out. We have a bunch of them at this point. They're awesome, good quality, cool product. The promo code TCCPOD will get you 10% off any custom order. You can get multiple different sizes too. They don't have to be all huge like the ones we got. They got smaller ones as well. And then last but not least, Mr. Jim Montgomery, our partner here at the network with This Day in Philly Sports History, where you can go check out Jim's daily content, anything Philly related, the good, the bad, the ugly. John, is there more to it than that?
No. If you love Philly sports, I'd say check it out. It's a nice little trip down Philly sports memory lane with a couple facts that you might not know and all kinds of useful information.
I've been crushing the daily trivia.
I've been trying.
I'm not a Philly fan, but like I'm in there because I support Jim and because, you know, I'm local to Philly and I grew up watching all these teams and it's fun playing this trivia game every day.
I love how every time it's like a Flyers, you're like Lindros, LeClaire, Recchi. You name the same guys every time.
No, there's only two. It's Lindros and Giroux. I know two guys.
Like Iverson, Manute,
entire hockey. Philadelphia Flyers.
I gotta get in on these.
7 years.
I answered Dale Murphy to everything, no matter what it is.
Yes, you do.
But no, it's a good time. Yeah, he wants people to join his Discord as well. So any Philly fans out there that want to just have Philly conversation, yeah, links to his Discord or anywhere he is. So go check him out. All right, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we will talk about the upcoming competition categories for next week, and Mike is going to hate it. So, and speaking of halftime, Roach, your proposal's accepted. We will talk.
Yeah, I gotta let him know. I'll let him know.
Yeah. All right. See you at the half. What up, everybody? The Beard is here. Hey, I want to give a quick shout out to one of our sponsors, the law offices of William P. Harrington. Credit card litigation, Chapter 7 bankruptcy, estate planning, estate administration, guardianships, they do it all. As a member, listener, follower, supporter of our network, they are offering you a 15% discount on these services. So if you are in the Pennsylvania or New Jersey area, schedule your free consultation today.
Hey everyone, thanks for listening. Just a few quick reminders for everybody. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Michael Jordan is the GOAT. And check out our fellow podcaster, Jim Montgomery, with This Day in Philly Sports History. Thank you.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Thanks for staying tuned in with us. We're going to kick off our second half by getting ready to get new categories for our internal competition. But first, let me give a reminder of the recap of the current scoreboard. We got Mike at 2, Christy at 2, Team Boston 1, Team Philly 1, Paul 0. Could have had 1, but he doesn't. So there was only 2 categories left, so we're not going to actually spin the wheel. There's no need to. But last week, they told me that because there's only 2 and we need 3, we should do a host pick, where we used to do it. And typically that would have been Mike in a host seat, where he picks a stat to go as the third category. But because I'm hosting, I get to pick one. And because I like causing controversy, I made up my own stat. So in addition... In addition to the first category being turnovers, which we know goes over so well with everybody, the second category is going to be steals, and we'll make both of those any single player. But the third one is going to be a category called TIR, which is true impact rating. And what this does, it takes into account for everything that the player's done, including how many minutes they played, points, how many shots they've missed, field goals, et cetera, and we're going to calculate a formula that tells us how they actually impacted the game versus just how many points they scored. It's a very complicated algorithm, as you can assume, so I'm not even going to attempt to explain it here, but we can have a healthy debate in the Discord about it, and maybe we can post it. But I'm happy to share with you what I came up with, and I think it's going to be fun. Yes, Michael.
You already answered my question. Thank you, sir.
I
wanted to know if I could have some more details about how this algorithm works. And
I knew you would, and I knew to just shut it down automatically. We're not even going to try that tonight, but I'll be more than happy to explain it behind the scenes.
So it's not just arbitrary. You're not going to come not tell us how it works and then show up a week from now and be like, oh, well, Ben's true impact rating was a 99 and John's was a 98, and the Hornets, oh, man, damn shame. They were only a 64.
Well, that is how it's going to go, but no. No, I've actually been taking the time to figure out how to lay it out so it explains it clearly. There's a lot of work put into it, so I'm pretty excited. I did some litmus tests.
You put
and it
a lot
made
of
sense.
work into your fake algorithm.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
We're trying to be ESPN's QBR here, I feel like.
100%. 100%. That's exactly what it's going to be.
It's going to be the new QBR joke.
That's what I'm hoping for.
Speaking of weird stats, the Celtics, when they played the Nets the other night, apparently was the best true efficient shooting percentage of all time for a single game, 80.8. I don't know what that has to deal with, but I know they smoked him, and it might have been the best game ever. Just saying.
That's interesting. I mean, at this point, to put up the best of anything kind of performance is really impressive, because there's been, whether if it's a single player or a team, there's been a lot of great performances out there. So to be able to top anything is just very impressive. Well, hey, so how do you think it's going to go for your guys' teams this week with the categories we got? Let's go with Ben.
So it was turnovers, steals, and your algorithm?
And true impact rating.
And true impact rating.
True impact rating.
Hold on.
We're all
Let me
gonna
say
have
this.
to
I
have
was going to
this,
say,
like,
considering I know everything
memorized,
about
because
the
there's going to be a lot of jokes.
Yeah. So it'll be important to at least tell you this. Whatever your game of the week was your highest scoring game, I will pick the highest scoring player from that game to give the rating. So it will truly end up being who was the best of the best when it's all said and done for that week. If that makes sense.
And when did the week start? Yesterday? What's your timeline? Sunday, Saturday, Monday?
Yeah, our schedule for the competition runs Tuesday to Monday.
To Monday, yeah. So tonight starts our week, and it goes right up until the day before our next episode. So tonight until next Monday.
Gotcha. Okay. I haven't even looked at the schedule. I wish it included last night because Jaylen Brown was the top scorer, and he's definitely going to be the best true impact player out of anyone the next week or two, solidifying his MVP case. And Derek White, he's going to clean up steals. No one really turns the ball over, so I think we'll take turnovers too. I'm not sweating.
I like it. I like the confidence.
Yeah.
John?
I mean, I don't have much faith in any of the Sixers to maybe steals. Yeah, I just.
You sound like the perfect partner for Juice right now.
I mean, they're just
all pessimism.
They're just I don't know. They're just so inconsistent. Like I said, some games they come out and they'll put up 125 and they'll look like, like, wow, we could make at least a playoff push. And then other games are like the other night with the Celtics, they come out and you're like, wow, how is this team even like considered for the playoffs right now? So, I mean, I don't foresee, I mean, maybe Maxey, Edgecombe possibly, but other than that, I don't see much. Embiid's out. They're playing the Spurs tonight. I don't think they have a chance with anything there.
John, come on. Give Kelly Oubre a chance. You see that red hair that he's rocking?
I'll give Oubre that the fact that he hustles. Like I love that. He's a hustler. He gives 120% every play, but I mean, that can only go so far. You got to have a, decent skill too. Not that he's bad, but you know what I mean, to lead this Clashing Conferences competition, you're going to have to put up some points.
Well, hey, John, you guys got a point last week.
No, that's true. Right now I could get that point taken away in a heartbeat, just like that, just like Paul. I can make that point disappear. That point could be gone.
Mike?
I'm feeling good about our week. We're up 10 on Dallas right now. I got the game on over here, and we next go to Boston tomorrow night on Wednesday. So that's going to be a real test, a tough game. I mean, at Boston, we probably don't get that one, but don't let us get that one, Ben, because if we win tonight, that'll be our 6th in a row. And I'm be in that Discord chat firing if we get our 6th in a row over Boston, boy. I'll tell you what.
There you go.
They're right behind.
That would,
since the new year, they're right behind us.
About the best record in the league if we could beat you, because that would vault us up above you, I think, if we got to win head to head. So, and then after that, to put the cherry on the whole week for me, we play the Miami Heat, and Christy has become like my little internal rival here, talking all this trash about how her team is better than mine. Let's put it to bed. We play Miami at home on that's Tuesday night at 7:00 next week. What do you know?
Wow.
I'm going to have an hour with Christy next week, head to head, talking trash during a pod. Let's go.
You know what the best part about that is, Mike? Christy's going to watch this, and at 1 a.m., she's going to start firing off in the chat, responding to everything you do, because that's what she does. She comes in late because of her work schedule.
That's so good. Accurate.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I'll probably be awake firing back.
Yes, you usually are. Yep.
We just need like a live play-by-play between you two as the game's going on, like just talking to each other, each possession up and down the court, like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Make that happen in the Discord. Put a live channel on there so we can just watch.
Well, they have them. They have them.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Live looking in.
All right. Well, hey, let's wrap this one up. We do have another recording following this one. All the members are welcome to that one, talking about everything general in sports. So we'll wrap this one up. Get ready for that one. Appreciate you guys coming on. Glad to see you guys. Hoping to see some of the other people back next week. And until then, have fun.
Go Hornets.
Adios.
Let's go Celtics.